friends. Welcome back. Today is December 27th, and happy belated Christmas to you and your families if you celebrate Christmas. And the New Year is also approaching, so happy New Year in advance. Uh, Today is the December 27th, as I said, so let's start solving the problem of the day from the Leetcode and Geeks for Geeks website, right? Today is the 27th, so let's get started. Here is the problem for today. It's rated as medium difficulty. Okay, let's see what the problem is. It says Alice has M balloons arranged on a rope, and you're given a zero index string named colors, where color I is the color of the I balloon. Okay, and it says Alice wants the rope to be colorful. She just doesn't want two consecutive balloons to be of the same color, so she asks Bob for help. Bob can remove some balloons from the rope to make it colorful. You were given a zero index integer array needed time, where needed time I is the time in seconds that Bob needs to remove the ith balloon from the rope. Return the minimum time Bob needs to make the rope colorful. Okay, that is straightforward. Basically, you're given like a list like this, or array, or whatever you call that, and if they are of the same color, like if two consecutive balloons are of the same color, for example, here you have two blues, right? You have to remove one of them, right? Which one they remove, because you have to return the minimum time, you just remove the one that takes the smaller amount of time to be removed, right? So in this example, the colors are A, B, A, A, C, A, B, A, A, C, right? Or blue, red, blue, blue, green. And then the needed time to remove this, the first one is 1, the second one is 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So these two are the same, so you can either remove this guy or this guy in here. When you compare the needed time for each of them to be removed, you realize that this one takes 3 seconds to be removed, and this one takes 4 seconds to be removed. So you remove this one, which is 3, and then like after removing this one, you're left with this, and in this one, there is no two consecutive balloons of the same color, so that's it. And it only took you 3 seconds. In this other example in here, the array looks like this. So you don't really need to do anything. So you don't really need to remove any balloons. So the minimum amount of time that you need is 0. So there you go. Looks straightforward. Let's actually start coding. My approach to solve this would be probably starting from the second balloon in here, like iterating through all the balloons, right? Going from like this one to this one to this one to this one, and for each one, compare it to the previous one. And if they are the same, then I just want to remove the one that takes less amount of time. And if they're not the same, good. On to the next one, right? Sounds fairly easy. Let's see. So I'm just gonna go define. They call it min cost with colors and needed time as inputs. So let's go min cost, and it gets colors and needed time. Okay. So time equals 0. This is the time that I want to return, the minimum time that I'm calculating. And so I just want to go for I in range, starting from the second one. Don't forget, like it's 0 index, so like 0, 1, 1 would be the second one. To length of colors, right? Oops, that's not what I meant. So here I just want to go if colors I equals colors I minus 1, then they are of the same color. And I just want to go time plus equal minimum of needed time I and needed time I minus 1, right? There is one more thing that we need to do. We just need to adjust the time needed for the current balloon, which is like needed time I, right? So I just want to go needed time I need to keep track of that. We need to adjust it to make sure that it takes at least as much time as the previous balloon, right? So I want to go and needed time I equals max of needed time I and needed time I minus one, right? And then once you have that, you can basically return time, and that should be it. Let's copy this here. Control C. Come here, and paste this guy in here. Tab it over. This is not happy with this. And this should be it. Let's submit and see what happens. It's judging my code here. That's cool. And while it's accepted, and it says that memory-wise, it beats 90.62% of the users using Python 3. And well, as I've always told you, there is always a trade-off between runtime and memory. In all my previous codes, I tried to optimize my code for runtime, but today I optimize it for memory. This would be a really good practice for you guys to, try to add more balance in here, like reduce your runtime. See like the techniques that you can use to reduce your runtime. But anyway, that's above this one. Seems to be working, no problem. That's good. And let's move on to the next one, problem of the day from GeeksforGeeks. So December 27th is also a medium rated problem, anti-diagonal traversal of matrix. Let's see what this one is about. This one is given a n by n square matrix, return an array of its anti-diagonals, okay, in top leftmost to bottom rightmost corner. Okay. In an element of anti-diagonal ij, surrounding elements will be I plus 1, j minus 1, and I minus 1, j plus 1. Sounds good. Look at these examples in here. Okay, so like let's say that n is 2, so you're given a 2 by 2 matrix, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the first row, is the second row. So you're going to return 1 is the first one, and then anti-diagonal, right? So you go 2 and 3, and then 4. So this is what you get, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And then the output looks like this. Here is another example for n equals 3. 3, like first row, second row, third row. So you go like 3 is the first one, 2 and 4, 3, 5, 7, and then 1, 8, and then 9, right? This is what we get here, 3, 2, and 4, 3, 5, and 7, 1, 8, and then 9. Okay, let's do this one then. Open this guy again, and I want to go define get anti-diagonal of input matrix, right? And so the first thing we need to do, you probably like, they didn't say anything, but I want to check. So if not matrix, if I'm not given anything, like if it's a null or an empty matrix, I just want to return an empty list. Be like, okay, like you didn't give me anything, so like there was obviously no output. But otherwise, I want to go, my result is an empty list for now, and I just keep adding to that. And let's go n equals length of matrix, right? This would work because like a matrix is a 2 by 2 array, and so you call length on it because it's a n by n. Like it's okay, like it returns the correct value. And let's get started. So for you guys to have like a better understanding, I want to go, let's say our matrix looks like something like this. 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9. Let's say we have this. My approach would be like start traversing the top row, right? Go from here to here to here, right? And then start traversing the first column. But like, because we've done the first row, I want to start from like this guy in here. And let's see what we do here. I just want to go for, I don't know, for example, j in a range of n. So again, this would be, I want to comment it because like it might get some, like a bit confusing. So traverse the top row. This is what I want to do in this guy. So I want to go from like this one in here. So j in range of n. So 0, 1, and 2. What do I want to do? I want to go diagonal, right? Um, that's like an empty list for now, right? Because like I want to go, for example, here and then like calculate whatever is in diagonal and just like add it here. And then like here, calculate whatever is like on this anti-diagonal and then like go here and then calculate what's on this, right? So I want to set it to 0 and I want to go R for row equals 0, right? And C for column that equals J. Okay. And I want to go while R less than N and C greater than or equal to 0, right? Then diagonal the append matrix R and C, right? So what's going to happen is that like R is set to 0 because we're in the first row, right? And I said it here. I just want to do the first row. So R is always 0 and column is set to J because like I'm iterating over the first row, which is like different columns. So here, everything like R is 0, C is set to 0 because J is 0. And I'm saying return this guy, which is only 1, right? And then after I return that, I want to make some update. I want to say R plus equal 1. Like I go to the next row. Like I start from the first row and I'm going to move my way down. And then I want to go column minus equal 1. Again, I want to like repeat what I'm doing here. I started here, right? And I calculated this one. And then I moved to this one. I'm traversing over the top row. And then like when I get here, I have to consider this and this. So I need to go to the next row as well. And then like to the previous column. And then when I get here, I want to do that 3 times. I want to like start here, go to the next row and previous column. And then from here, again, next row and previous column, which is this. This is what this while loop is doing for me. And then once that's done, I can go result dot extend, because like they didn't want like a list of arrays, they just wanted the whole thing. So that's why I'm extending. Extend diagonal. Okay, sounds good. Okay, and then we basically need to do the same thing for the first column, right? But excluding the top left element. So this is what I want to do for I in range of 1 to n now, not in range of n because like I said, excluding the top left element. So this guy, which is commented, traverse the first column, excluding the top left element, right? For this, I basically want to do the same thing, right? I want to go diagonal is 0 or like an empty list, right? And C column is n minus 1, okay? And what else do we want to do? And then the row would be just I in here, and then I want to go while C greater than or equal to 0, and R less than n, then do the same thing for me, right? I just want to copy these guys, bring them over. So diagonal dot append matrix R and C, C minus equal 1, right? And R plus equal 1. That should be it. And we basically need this one as well. And let's see what's happening. And then like once you have that, you can just go here and say return result. Great. Let's say we want to test it. So I'm just gonna go matrix equals. It's a list of. Okay, so the first one was 1, 2, 3. The second one is 4, 5, 6, and the third row would be 7, 8, and 9, right? And I want to go, for example, R equals get anti-diagonal of matrix equals this guy, and then I'm gonna go print R. Okay, I just want to like go to debug mode and show you what's exactly going on. So if I go to the debug mode in here, and okay, it gets there. Let's go in. So if not matrix, that's not true because like we're not passing in an empty array. So here we go. Result is 0. N is, like you can see, result is an empty array. N is the 3. And then let's keep going. So for J in range N, so J is set to 0 for now. And so initializing diagonal is an empty list. R is 0, C is 0. And it says while R less than N and C greater than or equal to 0, then do this. So that condition is obviously true. And it says, get me that element from the matrix, right? And you see that the diagonal is updated with 1, which is like the one up here. Sounds good. And then we go here, R goes to 1, C goes to -1. So the while condition is not true anymore. We jump out, we extend the result with diagonal. So you can see that the 1 is added in here. And then we keep going. And now we are like here, starting from here. So J's 1, right? We set R again to 0, C to J. The condition is true. We go here and diagonal dot append matrix R and C, which is this guy in here, 2. And then that's what we see here, 2 in here, right? And then like we go update that, iterate that over again, and then we get 4, which is this guy in here, right? And then C goes to -1 again. The condition is not true. We jump out. We have 2 and 4 now. We add that to what we previously had, which was 1. So if I go here, it says like 1, 2, 4. That's what we got so far. Sounds great. Let's keep going. We get to the last one in the first row, which is 3 in here. Now I expect to see 3, 5, and 7, right? We go here. C set to 2. It means that like I can iterate 3 times over this. I get the element. The first time is 3. I update those, which means like going to the next row here and going to the previous column, which is here, right? And then like I get the next one, which is 5, right up here. And then like I want to go to the next row and previous column, right? That's where I increment R by 1 and decrement C by 1, right? I do that, and then I get the condition again, the true. So 3, 5, 7, that's what I had. Sounds good. And then I jump out, add it to the list. So 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 7, and that's about it. And then now I jump out because like I traversed the top row. Sounds good. And then now we get here, traversing the first column, excluding the top left element, right? Let's see what's happening here. So just like before, initialize diagonal to 0, C is n -1, R is I, the condition is true, and you get that, which is the element number 6, which is this guy in here, right? Because like we've like in the previous for loop, we did this triangle up here, right? Like this, and this. So we need to do like this guy in here. So we got 6. And then it's basically the same approach, right? You keep going, and then like here, you get the 8 as well, 6 and 8, as you can see. And then you update your result with 6 and 8. And finally, you do that for the last one as well. And let's see if that works. Yes, so 9 is added to the diagonal. Uh, the condition is not true anymore. We jump out, add 9 to our list, right? So that's it. And it jumps out, return the result. Good. Seems like it's working. So it's just like run that in like outside the debug mode, and it says that we get 1, 2, 4, 3, 5, 7, 6, and 8, 9, which is like all the elements in the order that they wanted. You can just like copy paste that in your Geeks for Gibbs profile if you have that, and see that it works. I tried it and it worked. So, well, thank you for watching today's video as well. Wish you guys a lovely day and take care. See you all in the next video. By the way, before you go, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel to support me and also to get notified when I upload the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.